back again, so for vlog part 2. So we kind of got to diary part 1 being my initial hair loss, to 2 days later to me going over to get my head shaved. So yeah, my friends shaved my head. So many people were so kind, absolutely amazing. Sponsored me via a Just Giving page. Some sponsored me through the Brave the Shave page. I didn't know about the Brave the Shave page, so I had made a Just Giving. So Macmillan got all the money anyway. I wish at that point in time I had known about the charity Alopecia UK. Now, the reason for that is because if you want to have a look at yourself into how much charities make each year, etc, etc, Alopecia UK are a small charity, and the reason that they mean so much to me is because I met Amy Johnson and Jane Chambers early on in the start of my alopecia journey, probably in the first month I think it would have been. And I met Victoria, who runs a Glasgow group, a woman Linda, Lorna. I met lots of friends. Anyway, I met up with a wee group of people, and Karina, sorry, I have this thing, I have to just kind of keep saying things that come into my head, and I know it's aggravating. Anyway, was in Glasgow, went to meet these lovely, lovely people, and sat down. Now, I didn't have a wig at this point, so I had managed to get a scarf and kind of tie it around my head. Head scarf tying, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, now I can do them now. At first, now I think it's dead easy. I just find it on, I don't even look, I just kind of do something and that's it. At first, it was terrible. They would just fall off because like I would put this thing in my head and it would look semi-okay. It would just look like I'd chucked something in my head and it would fall off or slide. And anyway, that's a whole other story. I met up with Amy and Jen and a few others with alopecia up in Glasgow. So I was feeling really low that day. Yeah, I had lost my eyelashes at that point. That was the thing that got me. I think with my head, as my head was shaved, basically I lost patch after patch after patch. Yeah, so here's just a wee kind of insert from over a few weeks worth. And for me, it was easier to be losing hair when my head was shaved because it would be wee spikes instead of clumps everywhere. Because earlier on as well, right before I got it shaved, I mean, although I had kind of like 2 big patches and then shaved it, when I was in bed at night, one morning my husband woke up and he was like, what is that? And he had hair in his mouth and he kind of like was like, and I laughed and then I was crying and it was just a bit emotional. Anyway, so when it was shaved it was better. The one, I kind of had this crazy ramble mantra I would go on and I would say to people, as long as I don't lose my eyelashes, as long as I don't lose my eyelashes, as long as I don't lose my eyelashes. So yeah, sure enough, within a few weeks I lost my brows, I lost my lashes. When my eyelashes fell out, I was devastated. That was probably the lowest time for me. When I lost my eyelashes, I remember it so clearly anyway. I had been out with my daughter. We had gone shopping after school, my eldest, and she got a couple of things. We came home, came in the house and I was like, my eye's sore, my eye is really sore. And I rubbed it and I rubbed the other one and I remember rubbing them and saying, ah! And I shouted, I was like, Ross, what's my eye? He's like, about 1 million eyelashes. I went and kind of rinsed my eyes out and literally just basically wiped them off my face. Like they just, I think I maybe had one lower one left and that was it. I had none. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I didn't like how I looked without mascara on in the mornings. I thought I looked funny. And it was like an even more extreme version now that I had no eyelashes. And I broke down and I cried. I was so upset. I then took a photo. I took a side-on photo. At the moment I've got eyelashes on and all my makeup done. I also have a wig on. I'm going to take it off just now actually. So I turned side on in the camera and took a photo. I don't know if I still have that photo. And I remember, this is a really weird thing that went through my head. I remember thinking my eyelids, because there was like no, what do you call it? Because I had no eye lashes anymore, like from side on usually, even without mascara and stuff, and even people say they've got really short eyelashes, like I started looking at everyone's eyes at that point onwards. I noticed everyone's eyes. I always have noticed eyes, but really especially. And I said to my friends and I said to my family, I was saying, do you know what it looks like? It's like doors.
Yeah, so this is the photo.
I look like I've got wee doors that I've just shut and they're pure flat, and I hated how it looked from side on. Sorry, I'm really cold here today. I asked my husband to take the mirrored doors down in our bedroom. So like we have big built-in wardrobes, and they're like solid oak with huge big mirrors, and I didn't want to see myself. So what I did, I was taking lots of photos at the time as Patch were all going, and I was taking loads of photos, kind of, I don't know, maybe part of my coping thing. I didn't want anybody to see me with no hair in real life, or for realsies, as I always say. However, I would put photos of myself with the head shaved and like bald patches everywhere on my Facebook, on my Instagram. And it sounds crazy when I didn't want anybody to see my head. My rationale for that was that I was struggling with my appearance, and I didn't want to see the look in somebody else's face of shock, or of like I've not been able to hide their first expression when they go from seeing me with either long jet black hair, which had just been cropped short, to nothing. And so I thought, if they see it before they see me, if they ever do see me bald, then I don't need to see that reaction. And thinking back on that, I think that was a really sad thing that I thought at the time. But I was really low, and I was just kind of doing what was helping me cope, really. And I guess that's the thing I feel it's so important for everybody. You need to do what helps you to cope when you have alopecia. Now, people say to me, like, I wear a lot of makeup now. I never used to wear makeup. I mean, look at this. This is me. Got a lot of makeup on. Makeup is part of my coping thing. I learned how to do makeup. I kind of watched YouTube. I watched Jamie Genevieve especially. I watched Nikki's tutorials. I watched Jeffree Star now. I watch everybody now. But I watched so many people. I looked at this girl K-Mac that's in Glasgow, P. Louise that's up in down in England, sorry. Looked at all these people's Instagram photos. How do I recreate that? How do I do that? I would try. Now, I had not the first clue about makeup, nothing. Learned it totally all from YouTube, until I was happy that I could kind of do myself to feel happy with who I am. And some people have said to me that's like sounds so narcissistic and so vain, that you're just so concerned about your appearance. And you know, I understand why people are saying that. However, I think for me, what I now think is how you look. I always say looks don't matter, and to me looks don't matter. I don't care how anybody looks. I don't care if somebody looks like they've walked out a catalogue on front of me, or like the total opposite of what we expect. I guess that alopecia has made me really think more about who I am as a person, and maybe for me that was actually the hardest thing. I had to learn to actually accept Michelle, who I was, not kind of hide behind this outer appearance sort of thing anymore. And that took a long time to deal with. I mean, it's still a daily thing that I have to deal with. It's something that I have to deal with. Yeah, and at risk of me making this a 20-minute video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just stop here, and the next video that I do, I will come and I will do another video, part 3. Part 3 will be about me, my opinion on like image and just general Michelle thoughts on the whole subject. So I'll be back with you very soon, guys, and I will look exactly like this because I'm about to film it just now while I'm on the same train of thought. So I'll see you for part 3 if you're interested. If you guys aren't, I absolutely understand. So give this a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like. But part 3 will be here soon, so bye.